Hey, Mike is here, and I saved this game just for him. Welcome to a game called, Mike, this is HyperRogue. It's billed as a dungeon crawler on the hyperbolic plane.
What a fantastic idea.
So I start on like a space like this, and I was like, oh shit, I don't even dare move, I'm gonna throw up.
And so, okay, those highlighted regions, those are the places you've been?
It's a general heat map of where I've been.
Do the tiles, do they eventually fade?
In some cases. You mull it over for a little bit while I talk about kind of the combat system. It's very basic. It works kind of like chess. Like the game will not let you move into a space where a monster is going to get you the next turn. So after I attack, then they all get a chance to move.
Oh.
But in general, I'm just kind of bouncing across the map here. A lot of publications have said, in case you're wondering what the hyperbolic plane is, it's a normal plane, but without this one rule, and it's exactly the rule that you described. And
take 2 points, and in Euclidean space, only there are. If you draw a line between 1 point and then another point next to it, there's only one line that will be parallel to it.
That's the geometry we know, but in hyperbolic, in hyperbolic geometry, that no longer applies. You have multiple lines that will do that for you.
Yeah.
So I don't mean to interrupt. This is my least favorite biome. It's called the Land of Eternal Motion. So this is the one where they do fade away. So I can't stand long enough to kill anything. It just makes me keep running.
I'm sorry for some esoteric, geeky, intellectual history.
Go ahead.
But there was some dissatisfaction. The idea of, okay, parallel lines will never meet. That in Euclid's Elements is an axiom. It's a postulate. It's not a proof. There's no proof to it. And for thousands of years, people were dissatisfied with it because it's a claim at the very basics of your geometry. The most basic assumptions that you start with is a statement about 2 parallel lines and infinity. That's in your basic assumptions.
Oh yeah.
That's a really complicated assumption.
Shit. 1,
and so
2.
For thousands of years, people tried to take the other 4 and try to prove the 5th postulate.
Yep.
And they couldn't. And it was only in the 1800s where people realized that it's completely independent.
Yeah, you can take it or not. And that's what actually baffled me the most going to school was that you can choose whether or not you want to play with those rules.
And of course,
oh, eat my balls! Am I dead already?
Number 1, eat your balls.
Oh, come on.
And then mathematicians for around the 1800s to say, oh, wouldn't it be fun if there was a thing that didn't satisfy the Euclidean geometry? And they play with it as if it was some formalist game. What boggles my mind is that you have some mathematicians in the 1860s trying to formalize this very esoteric, almost abstract possibility. 50, 60 years later, you have Einstein going, wait a second, what if that was a physical reality? And then luckily he already had decades of mathematicians already entertaining the possibility just because they thought it was interesting.
I didn't think this was going to turn into just you lecturing at yourself.
Is it? You're welcome. I'm a little tipsy.
Yeah.
I am immensely tickled by the fact that the power of mathematicians just because
fuck you.
They find the elegance of some mathematical idea interesting, and then decades later, some physicists going, actually, the universe says yes.
So I'll let you get your grips back there. What shocks me about this is that they appear to have me pinned, but because of how these are aligned, you have each vertex here has 2 hexagons touching a heptagon.
Yeah. So okay, what is the angle?
Between
every vertex.
This is what's known as a 7-4.
So are there different areas with different?
Yes, in the thing that you can. I haven't played with that because I want to save myself for marriage with you. You can do other tilings, and they honestly scare me a little bit.
Because the hyperbolic plane is not there's not just one type of hyperbolic plane.
This is the alchemist's lab. So the square I'm on right now, Jesus, look at how much I take for granted. I can only move on to red, but there are these little jelly monsters in here, if I can find one. he's red, so he can only move on red. But if I kill one, it splashes the rest of the shit.
Oh, interesting. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So if I can go back here, splash him.
And okay, I take it that this landscape is procedurally generated because it's infinite. Yes.
Yeah, it is, but it has to be by nature. Yeah. So you have these things, these different biomes you can go. I can't get a grasp on where. Fuck me. I can't get a grasp on how they would be laid out on a plane when I can't even like understand. Not understand, but visualize hyperbolic geometry.
And to pull. There's one thing to say that okay, you have an infinite Euclidean procedurally generated landscape, but a hyperbolic landscape is bigger. You can't like okay, we're right now in this is the hyperbolic plane projected. That means it's fundamentally deformed.
Yes, and
you cannot fully represent the hyperbolic plane in Euclidean space. It can't be done.
Yeah. So just a quick aside achievement. As a quick aside, there's a Wikipedia article I heavily recommend called Video Games Concerning or About give me 1 second to figure this shit out. Oof.
Oh,
I'm on it. I'll line up. I'm gonna kite him. Watch, I'm gonna kite him. 1. Oh, Jesus, go away!
You collimated them. Is that what you did?
I colliminated balls. It's fine. Oh, the slam will get me. Oh, I'm being overrun like a. Oh, this is game.
Oh dear.
This is game. All right. That's
game over.
Yeah. So there is in the YouTube, not YouTube, in the Wikipedia article for games about 4 dimensions, it lists the name of the game, the publisher, the platform you can get it on, but it also goes, how are they illustrating the 4th dimension? Is it through a slice? Is it like how? Because we have to have some kind of mental shorthand.
Yeah.
One thing
how are you projecting this? Because there's many ways.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit. The presentation here needs a little bit of work, but I really like how they encourage people to. I want to not review the scene. I want to.
I just want to make sure. Is this a version of? I remember when we were college roommates. You told me about this game about. Okay, there's an infinite checkerboard. Euclidean checkerboard, because we have to be clear about considering this possibility. And there's like a demon or an angel.
You're thinking about the angel and the demon game.
Is that what you just played? Is that the hyperbolic version of what we were just?
I wouldn't say so.
Is it related? Because those guys are chasing you.
Yes.
And you can only make one move per turn.
Well, let me find the right options here. Guided tour. Learn about. This tour is mostly aimed to show what is necessary. I don't care. I don't want to go on a guided tour right now.
We will explore ourselves and get lost. Euclidean
geometry. Give me 1 second where I come
off.
back. Give me 1 second where I come back. So you can choose a basic tiling that is different. Like, let's go 5-3. Oh my god.
Shit.
Something easier, please. Cube. What the? Okay, so this is a it's the same. It's just.
But why is the same? Why the same mesh? The same.
Okay, it's not that it's a different tiling. It's the visualization of the tiling. So if I went, there's a Halloween skin here somewhere. Show quotient spaces. No, please, no, thank you. Give me. I'm just working.
Three-dimensional would be bad.
Oh god, no. Oh god, it gets worse.
We're talking about.
Give me.
No, I think we're going into multiple. I think we're going into multiple dimensions there, Johnny.
Yeah.
We want to stick to 2D. Thank you very much.
Oh, we're in. Oh, wow. Okay, back, please. Restart game. Oh.
Yeah, we're in 3D. We're in fucking 3D. I don't know where I am. Help me. I just pissed myself.
This game wants you to learn first and have fun second. Oh, wow.
Okay, just so okay.
You take a whack at it, because oh man.
Okay. I'm trying to simplify this.
I can't get to the menu.
Imagine viewers.
Can't get to the menu.
Imagine you're in a room.
That's why I have the V button. Thank God.
Okay.
Oh shit.
You're in a room that's like okay, and all the corners are 90 degrees, but there are 6 rooms to a corner. Try to digest that.
Give me the classic.
All the 90 degree, all the corners are 90
This
degrees.
is so fucking ugly.
The corners are 90 degrees, but there's 6 rooms around a corner.
All right, I'm not messing with that again. I'm gonna play one more round, and we're gonna call it a night.
Let me call it I'm fucking lost.
Let me be clear to your people.
Imagine that this space was filled with a dense fog or mist, and you had 2 laser pointers in your left and your right hand, and you oriented your left and your right hand completely parallel, and you turn on the laser pointer. No matter how straight you put those laser pointers, they will diverge.
I think that's just how it works, yeah. And I do like how they gave a heat map here, so like that's the only way.
Lost.
That's the only way I have it. It's actually, and I'm a really big stickler for GUI graphical interface, and this game does not have it. I mean, in terms of how I can like learn about different like depictions, of of these crazy impossible dimensions for human beings to comprehend. And in that regard, they do it well. The menus need a lot of work.
That's true.
That's okay,
but like, okay, the reason why you can't keep a mental picture of the distances you're traveling is because at the edge,
he booking it.
The arc length of the edge of the disc. If you try to measure the actual physical distance between any angle at the edge of the disc, it's infinite.
I couldn't tell you. I'm getting to the point where I'm as buzzed as you are, and I'm just glad to see you happy.
I love this kind of stuff.
Aside from other games we're gonna play, I knew that this and a couple other games.
I have a hyperbolic erection.
They do. It's extending and like it's straight and it diverges from your other dick just no matter where. Here's my best thing is that in a normal roguelike, by the way, this is the first roguelike we've ever played on the show. Not a good starting point because maybe leave you on flat ground.
Wasn't much on the gameplay, just on the properties of hyperbolic space itself.
Normally,
which is fascinating.
If this were like a normal chessboard tiling, I'm fucked. But I may actually be fucked.
But you're right though that, like for example, imagine trying to play chess on a hyperbolic plane.
I ain't doing it. Like, I got other things to do with my life.
What you think is a checkmate is not a checkmate because you can fit so many more regular polygons around a vertex.
Yeah.
Holy shit, what is chess like on this?
Eat my balls. Okay, that's game. All right. Now, we're going to play a little bit less of a mind bender next time, but I like playing weird shit with you, like interesting shit. It blows my mind.
And some of you may say, oh, this is fucking abstract hype shit that's not real. Sorry, guys. General relativity says matter can bend space to these shapes. This is a realistic possibility. There are configurations of matter that can stretch space into this. Wrap your head around that.